Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be split into two sections. So the first one's going to be on things you should know before starting year 12, and the second section will be on things you need to buy before starting year 12. That will literally make your life in year 12 a breeze. Before we start with this video, make sure to subscribe and comment down below how you feel about starting year 12. The first thing you should know is that you're going to get a lot more independence than year 11. Teachers won't be nagging you 24/7, so it's your responsibility to get your work done. There most likely isn't going to be a consequence if you don't get your work done, but it's just not worth the stress during exams when you realize that you haven't made any notes, so better to do everything on time. Second thing you should know is that time goes really quick, so don't delay your work. Once you're behind on something, you're going to be behind on it for the whole year. So get your stuff done every week. Make a checklist, do whatever you have to do to get your work done. Third thing you should know is that your teachers have every single material you know, but they're not going to give it to you unless you ask. Remember that teachers won't spoon feed you. If you need any help or just extra exam questions, let the teachers know. They have all the material you need, so they'll give it if you ask. The fourth tip is to experiment the way you study. My GCSE method of revision did not work for A-levels. There was just too much content to be wasting time on making flashcards. And be sure to use your specification like a checklist. It's one of the most underestimated things that can literally make your grades go from a D to an A. Last thing is that YouTube videos are literally going to be your tutor for these 2 years. Just in case you didn't know, I don't have any tutors currently for any of my subjects, so YouTube is my go-to thing to turn to if I need any help. If you're doing biology and chemistry, comment down below and I'll drop down some useful YouTubers that teach the content really well. I'll also drop down some websites for notes and exam questions if you comment down below. This next part of the video is things you need to buy for year 12 that will literally make your life so much easier. Instead of paper dividers, get stick-on plastic ones. I cannot emphasize enough on how much these were really helpful because you can stick them everywhere and decide the distance between each one. I don't know if that makes sense, but I got a pack of 200 from Amazon for £8 and they were cheaper than the paper ones you buy because the paper ones fit only one folder and you're going to have a lot of topics in each folder. I saw so many people struggling on how to divide their topics because paper dividers just didn't work, so be sure to invest in these. The next most important thing you can buy is a mini whiteboard the size of an A4 textbook or a little bit bigger. These were so helpful because when revising I like blurting down everything or just making a page of notes that I found how to remember, and then I'd take a picture of it and read it on the bus or literally whenever. You save a ton of paper and it just made revising fun for me. The one I bought was super cheap, so you can get it for around £3 to £5 depending on your preferences and accessories you want with it. Next thing you should buy is refill pads instead of actual books. This makes note writing so much easier because the paper is easy to rip, so it can be put in plastic wallets or wherever you want. It's also so much cheaper than actual books. I got a whole refill pad of around 500 pages for £2. It was so useful. And since the pages can be ripped, I use the same one for all my subjects. Because believe me, you won't be getting books from school to write on, and we weren't allowed to write on our electronic devices, so refill pads was the best option. And the last thing you need to buy is plastic wallets in bulk. This sounds weird, I know, but don't underestimate the amount of plastic wallets you'll use. You're at least going to need up to 5 to 7 wallets for each topic, and there are a lot of topics to cover. So buy it in bulk instead of spending around £5 on only 20 wallets. I found a pack of 200 in Sainsbury's and these were really cheap, only around £3, and I still haven't finished them, so I'll still be using them in year 13. Some of the people in my class only bought a pack of 20, and at the end of the year their main folders were so messy because they didn't have enough wallets, so they had to hole punch their papers and notes, and it was just really messy. And a bonus tip is to not buy handbags. I know they make you look really smart and all that, but it's not worth the shoulder pain, because carrying a laptop, 3-day folders and your homework is just too much, as it doesn't fit all in the bag, and it just looks really weird at the end. So just buy a backpack or keep the one from year 11. Because I bought one handbag at the start of year 12. I used it for 2 weeks and it's just sitting in my cupboard. So that's all for the video, guys. If you like these tips, make sure to subscribe and comment down below if you want the YouTube names for biology and chemistry.